So in the last video, we were having some problem where I was browsing this URL and I was getting different size of records in different point of time. The size was growing, but I was getting like 10%, then after some time 20% of the data, after some time 30%. And finally, when everything was loaded, I got this entire record and I saw it's like 5034 from 0 to 5034, that many number of records we found for the ID 56, which is correct. Total 5035, which is correct. I wrote a small Python program and it's showing me the end station ID, that number of record, that many number of records we have. So I want that. I don't want like half-baked data. I don't want to, whenever I keep getting stream, I keep writing in this cache variable and, keep getting percentage of data at different point of time. I don't want to do that. Rather than I want the entire data, okay, which is good. So now how do I do that? So instead of calling this thing over here, I could, just uh, create a promise, which is very easy. New promise, and then it takes a executor function, means what kind of asynchronous thing which we will get it in future, whatever thing is there which is like asynchronous and future kind of thing, you just want to wrap inside this executor function. And promise has some functions, some methods which can notify us whenever they are done, okay. Whenever this executor code of block of code is done. So how do what to do that? This takes two callbacks, resolve and reject. Uh, if I call resolve callback after getting entire data loaded, then I know exactly what time this is done. Okay. So what I mean to say that instead of loading it like this, I can create a variable like trip data promise, which I will declare somewhere up after this cache, let's say, and it's nothing. Okay, and then I don't want to show this result unless we are sure that I'm done, loading this data. So promise is like it has a data store where I can store some future value at any moment of time. It's just a normal object, but at any moment of time, if we don't have the value, then it will just show me pending state, and I can wait till the data get resolved, and after that I can play with the fully loaded data, which is cache. So let's run this and let's see how it works. Oh, I see there is a mistake. This await has to go with an async function, otherwise it will complain. So if I do that, then on server, um, let's see, there is a mistake. Okay, I got it. So CLS. Okay, server started. Let me load and see how it looks like. And it was fairly quick. Seems like the data is still loading, but it was fairly quick. We got entire data at one go. So let's just copy this data and I'll just paste it over here. Takes a long time. Okay, so if I see right now the number of records I got after using promise, it will be perfect. 5034. 0 to 5034 means 5035. So we started a promise just after just after the server started to listen our request. Okay, by that time nobody came and asked for any data uh, from our API. So it's slowly it's loading, and whenever somebody requests, it will present the data to the customer after the data is fully loaded, the promise is fully loaded. So I'm utilizing that much amount of time just to increase my performance. Okay, so this is done, but I don't want to do like this 56. Of course, it should not be hard coded. So I just want to use let station ID that I want to get it from route parameter. So right now, query ID. So I want to pass it through query. Okay. I know it's asking me to pass about array of IDs, but right now I would work with just one for the sake of simplicity. So date is rec dot query dot date. Since they're asking me to get the data for a particular day and for some one or more stations. Okay, so I got it, and then it asked us to do something else, to filter by day, right? So let's create a filter real quick. So of course it has a large amount of data. I want to efficiently filter, efficiently loop through entire data. So the rescue is JavaScript generator. The way it works is, let's say this is a entire function. Okay, so this is the starting point and this is where the function ends. Okay, so this is where the function starts. So what happens normally, if the function executes, it will, it will execute entire block of code, then only we will get the result back. Okay, but there is a way in JavaScript where we can get out of the function as many time as we want and then go back to the function. That is called generator. So what happens, I have some code blocks over here, code blocks. Okay, and then what I did, I decided that I want to go out from the function here. Then again I have some code blocks. Okay, and then I decided I will go back again out of the function here, and then I finally decided to go out of the function over here. So how many times I'm going back? So here I'm going back, here I'm going back. So now after going back, when I will come back and resume, I'm sorry, when I will come back and resume the function, it will start from this, it will start from this point, not from the top. Awesome, cool feature. Okay, so function will chunkify the code in different chunks, and it will loop through each of the chunks, and whenever one chunk is over, it will go out and then it will come back in with the result. It will go out and it will come back in and then execute the next part. So this basically gives me the ability to yield data by data instead of